Is it time? Did I do the right time? Was the timer right? I can't tell because there's a pile of leaves in front of the time. I have a hard enough time with numbers. I don't need leaves in front of numbers, people. Don't reset it. Just let it, don't reset it, because then this whole screen blanks out and just...
Hollywood underscore in 3D just resubscribed for 15 months.
Wow. Hollywood. Guess what? I got an Ahsoka. I don't have the full set yet.
This was Chaired X100. Time to sleep.
Time to sleep? No, what do you mean time to... Whoa, hey everyone!
Available rated my stream with 17 viewers.
What's this? I've been rated? Wow! Look at everybody who's joining us here. Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are free. Love to have you here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders! It's a seamless transition there. Did you see that? I can transmogrify into a puppet. It's a thing I can do. Hey, barely available. Thank you for the raid. Welcome into my play shop. I love collecting. Love collecting. I was just showing off an Ahsoka acquisition. This is the Black Series Ahsoka. A few other Black Series fans. But I also, tonight, hope to open some of the new G.I. Joe Super 7 reaction line, the latest series, because I loved G.I. Joe as a kid, but love the 5POA G.I. Joe even more. Like, they're like Star Wars figures, but G.I. Joe, basically. And you remember the old Star Wars figure? You didn't even notice it. Really? Well, then I'm doing a very good job, Valor and Vellum. I said your name right. And by the way, thank you. Oh, hello, Shane. I appreciate you following, as well as Geeky Computer Dork. Let me say that iChat just started, honestly, tonight, and I'm in the middle of printing not a Lego brick, but it's kind of like a little Lego brick because I 3D print. That's what you can see in the little window there. So I'm doing this again to see if I can make it a little more smooth. I'm printing it at 50% speed there. So what was barely available chatting about tonight? I gotta ask. I gotta know. And if you, by the way, Ahsoka barely, yeah, well, I know. I mean, the likeness for Rosario Dawson's on point. I mean, for this Black Series. Probably not my favorite. I'm more of a 3.75-inch scale as far as things are concerned. So what I was going to say, hello Tactile and Krillin and Retro Tech or Die and Hutch's Makerspace and everybody else joining. What I was going to say, especially for the people who've just joined on the raid, got a lot of stuff going on, not just 3D printing, but in the background over there, we're connected to another channel called Maker Deck. That's a 24/7 live stream of people basically making. A lot of it 3D printing. So I want to make sure y'all knew about Maker Deck before you head out. That's just you can go directly to the feed. Let me see if I can adjust this camera a tiny bit. There we go. One of the admins is now cycling through, but it's basically 24/7 making. It's fun stuff. And we are on a path, I should say, to partner, which is important. I learned today, and hello, Jay Brinker, and Pink, and Tech Titan. I learned today that we cannot, that a non-partnered account on Twitch cannot use an emote that has a letter in it. You can't have a letter emote, if you will. So we were trying to get the Maker Deck logo approved for an emote on the Maker Deck channel. And they said, no, you can't do it. I'm like, okie dokie. And they said, but partners can do it. And I'm like, okay. So apparently now if you want the Maker Deck logo as an emote, the only way it's going to happen is if you help push it to partner. And the way to do it is just tune in. That's the easiest way to do it on Maker Deck. Just tune in and we can ratchet up because we're almost at 75 average viewers. That's where you need to be. Pink, yes, I'll talk about that in a second. I will let you know. I'm not to leave you in suspense. Fix'em Dude did learn that too. Thank you for the gifted sub. Oh, we must have dropped immediately. Thank you. We were doing well, and then suddenly just must have had a great night a month ago. Printer Braun bought a used Ender from Code Ninjas today and let them know about MakerDeck.
Thank you, everybody, for participating in the hype train.
Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Yours have letters in them? No, they won't. They will not do a single letter emote. Seriously, ask Fix'em Dude. I sent him a screenshot and all the mods. I'm like, apparently we have to get partner so that we can get a MakerDeck logo, because otherwise it's not gonna happen. So if you want a MakerDeck logo as an emote in MakerDeck, we've got to hit partner. It's a thing. All you new people who rated in, we're geeking out. We chat.
Shared X100, level 2 of 438,340,305,083.
Well, that's a lot. I kind of lost count after 2. I really don't keep track of the hype trains.
Tactilate Picture subscription. Goffleg gifted a tier 1 sub to Tactilate Picture.
Thank you.
They have given 11 gift subs in the channel.
It's very appreciated, Goffleg, especially to Tactile 3D Picture. Oh, by the way, Miller. Okay, here we go. Hang on. That's it. I'm going to try to submit one. Go for it, Miller. I want to get a MakerDeck logo going. I do. I know it's a very strange rule. It is, but I suppose they don't want to flood things. This, if I can be very careful with it, was sent. This is a gift. This is a gift from Miller 3D Designs. And for the most part, it arrived in one shape. So for the raiders coming in, this is the kind of stuff we love, right? The collectible stuff. So it was mostly in one shape, except for the visor here, the telescope thing. It was broken. So I found it, glued it back on, and it's fine. Not a big deal. Goffleg, thank you. So anyway, yeah, full screen. Okay, I'll go full. Give me a second. So this is, as I get, like, this is a gift from, hang on. Let me see if I can throw this. Do I have this on the right way? I don't think I have this on the right way. Give me a second. Let me pose it. This is from Miller 3D Designs, formerly known as Vape Doom. And I saw it. I'm like, wow. And then he airbrushed this. And he did another one. And I'm like, dude, no, I think the first one is just outstanding. So this is, I love this. I don't think I would ever make something like this. So I love the fact that this is a gift from him. Miller 3D Designs, who's been incredibly supportive of MakerDeck and me, right? But mostly MakerDeck, honestly. And I say that because that's not just me, right? It's everybody. And I love the fact that you embraced it. We're at a level 3 hype train. That was your first try at airbrushing Miller 3D Designs. It's even more special now to me. It's even more special. Seriously, more special. It was special before, but now it's more special. So yeah, this is just incredible. Like, breathtaking. You did such a good job. I mean, hats off. Seriously. You packed it very well as well. Oh, sorry. We're in a hype train. I'm supposed to be serious about the hype train. Oh, so much hype around here. It's so hype. Too dang hype. Too dang hype. Too dang hype. Too dang hype. What are you supposed to do in a hype train? I don't even know. Miller 3D Designs, the praise is warranted. And okay, so yeah, we're in the middle of choo-choo. Let me tell you, I'm gonna let you off the hook. We're at a level 3, 2 minutes left to go. Our sub goal. Let me flip back here. Our sub goal kind of dropped a tiny bit tonight. I'm not gonna. You dance, Liz. I don't want to work up a sweat. I'm supposed to sing, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know, I'm wearing a white t-shirt. The reason why is because I had a dress shirt over the white t-shirt, and I was like, no, F this. If I don't need to wear a dress shirt, I'm taking it off. But didn't take it all off. Give me credit for that. The presentation went well. Not a hiccup. Not one. Well, okay, there were a few hiccups, but ones that we were able to pull through. And I would say it was a success. It was a success. Zero doubt in my mind. It was a success. We live to fight another day. And as an entrepreneur, that's what you live for. Just live to fight another day. And we did it. The team did it. So when I become CEO, I've never been a good CEO. Never. I've guided things. I've helped things along, but I've never saw myself as a CEO. Ever. Maybe someone who has and holds the vision, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about CEO. I guess I'm the closest thing that I have here, but certainly not at Intel. Well, I would not want that job. More power to Pat. Thank you for participating in the hype train. Very appreciated. Gonna turn off that light as I bang past the microphone. So I did well. I don't delegate well enough. Oh no, trust me. I love to delegate. I know the skill. I understand the skill of delegation. When someone is capable of doing something and they can prioritize, then I have no problem asking in that kind of in that kind of construct. So Mark says he's very good at it, trust me. Yeah, I don't mind delegating. I like taking care of a lot of stuff myself. That's probably the biggest challenge to overcome as an entrepreneur, though, is learning how to delegate. Learning that you can't do everything and that some other people can do things better than you can. Not everything. I mean, there are certain skills that I feel I've honed. I feel that today I was able to do what I needed to do. And I could only do that thanks to very supportive very supportive circumstances. Ooh, oh, God dang it. Don't want to break this. Holy Nikes. I was like, the lightsaber is like, I almost broke it. It's fine for words, but not a single letter. Yeah, that's the problem. So I was trying to do the Maker Deck logo. That's what I'm saying. It was not happy. I angered the Twitch emotes people. This is a decent Ahsoka. This is a decent Ahsoka. I will admit. This one though, ooh, yeah, that got a little more bent than I would have liked. Now that I accidentally bent it, I'll never be able to get it right in the right position again. I gotta wait for my full box to come in, Hollywood. Getting her posed. That's another challenge. They want to limit emotes that can be combined to spell stuff? Possibly, Kevin. I don't understand. I can't pretend to understand. Hey, Kieran. Good to see you. Kieran helps operate the morning shift, the morning shift that is the night shift for us. Kieran lives in another hemisphere, so he helps when everybody else here is asleep. We'll put Ahsoka there. Hey, Westery One. Hey, Sarah. And I'm sorry if I'm missing any chats. I was going to ask, I think I saw you tweet that you were streaming. Is that correct? Am I correct? Miller 3D, that's a great emote. But I've come to understand, Kieran, that when I'm asleep and this hemisphere is asleep, the chat on Maker Deck is pretty active. So we really appreciate you being there, for sure. I've been having issues with the silks lately. a couple of silks. Like I was able to print this one out. I had 6 others going, but I had to stop the print, unfortunately. So I'd like to get more of these hot pink coins. What I think I'm gonna do is I would like to maybe buy like a basket of some kind, like, or some kind of bucket to put on our front lawn and throw 3D printed things into so that people can pick them up. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? You walk by the yard and you get a little 3D printed trinket. It's like Halloween every day. You know? You did your first 2-hour stream by yourself, a Westry one. That's awesome. You've graduated. You can handle it. You're now getting shout outs. That's something. Because I know you've been active. Oh, Sir Will printed 2 poops today. Wow. That's a lot of poop. That is, no doubt, a ton of poop. We, today, I gotta say, this was, remember a week ago? We had, a week ago, it was, this is now 2 weeks. So this is a 2-week streamiversary, anniversary stream of Maker Deck. We were just shy of 500 followers last week, a week ago. We're now just shy of 700. Which is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I thank everybody for your support. I really do. Could not have done it without you. So thank you. You're going to do that for Halloween this year, Pink? I think it's a great idea. You watch the billboard in Times Square for 5 minutes, see how frequently the Boba Fett billboards show up, but it looped twice and nothing showed up. Had to head back for work. I heard about that. I saw a tweet earlier. Can I show Ahsoka again? Yeah, give me a second. American Chris Hansen. Your Bowden tube fell out of your extruder 48 hours into 50-hour print. Oh, Crybo! God, that is painful, dude. That sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a full 360. There's the Ahsoka. Who was doing the Millennium Falcon? Who was doing the resin Millennium Falcon? It failed, apparently. My print failed. You know that C3PO print that I was doing yesterday or whatever? It like got, and I'm kind of glad it failed. And I'm saying that because it was definitely imperfect.
Scotsman _CheerDex 1000.
Thank you.
Hello at Chris Barillo and chat.
Good to see you, Scotsman. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your support of the Maker Deck project. It's very appreciated. I'm sad. I don't know if I'll ever be able to print this on my own just because the immense amount of supports required for this to print out well. And so I was like, all right. I looked at the details on the edges, and it was just so bad. It was just so poor. So this was just doomed to not be a great print. This is definitely one that is more optimized, maybe not for this filament, but for resin, seemingly. So, yeah, there's just too many supports in here. It's kind of the bottom line. So, yeah, unfortunately, did not work. Yeah, it was sad. So you don't feel alone. If you ever get a failed print, don't feel alone. Because you're not. That's just, it's a badge of honor, right? You feel me? Thank you, Scotsman. Again, thank you. I know the Falcon was so good. I'm like, dude, this is turning out great. Oh my God. See? As soon as I tried pulling off the supports, it was just... And I think I could potentially... I could lean it like this, but it would take... You know, I mean, it would take a different amount of support. It might be possible to lean it and get... and have it come across better without so many supports. But at this point, when I look at this, I'm like, I don't know if I want to try this again. And then plus at the top, you can see that the film, it just stopped. So I was like, was it a clogged nozzle? I wasn't a clogged nozzle. The nozzle, everything was fine in the nozzle. The problem was in the gear. The gear, it grinded through the filament. It was so brittle. It stopped at the gear. That's the worst feeling when that happens with 3D printing. All that time and I know, dude. I really want. It's a Vitruvian. If you do a I don't think I've changed it. If you do a make Chris Perillo, there's the link to the Vitruvian droid, but I just don't think it is, unfortunately, I don't think I can get this to work well on FDM or as well. And it is, I think, maybe if I look at it again, it may be possible. Nah, I'd still need supports. Maybe not straight up and down. I'd still need to lean it this way and still need supports in certain spots. Maybe worth another shot. Where'd I get the Ahsoka figure? Oh, Amazon. This is the part of the new Black Series line. Although I have not received, I've pre-ordered, I always pre-order the Black Series cases, and I have not received a case yet, unfortunately. Upside down? Seems counterintuitive. I would still need supports on either side here because the massive overhang. Your STL file of Maker Deck is now available to download for public. We have some more coming to STL files. Okay, Tactile, feel free to link it. Thank you. I saw your post on Discord. Thank you for that. Keep it on display to show the horror of what can go wrong with printing. No, Red Saber. No. I don't know if I've kept any of my failures, really. Sometimes you end up with happy failures, but... Print. Oh, yeah, it was way too brittle, dude. It was just... The filament, despite the extra walls, it was just way too brittle. Way too brittle. This was never gonna survive. This never had a chance. This never stood a chance. Not on FDM. Not the way I did it, dude. Not with this filament. No way. Oh, I had issues, Darth Gallum. Darth Gallum just posted a lithophane. Darth Vader lithophane. I think that was your first lithophane. Print the way you want to. Maybe it'll work. And if it doesn't work, you can try again tomorrow. Melt the filament down. If it's PLA, go ahead and get a cake mold of Darth Vader on the way. I have to sing because Big Fan redeemed the musical Chris. And you know at some point in the near future, I'm going to have to take a break. Because I'm drinking something.
That does happen every once in a while. That can't be good.
What? My Ahsoka keeps falling. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Scrape them off, Jim. Star trekking across the universe on the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trekking. Don't have any. Well, I did open TNG figures. I'd like to possibly get back to printing more of the regular Stormtroopers if I can. Although, again, I did it at 50% speed. Maybe I'll have to go to 1.5. Just the layer lines are just too much for me on this filament. I don't know what else I can do to mitigate. I'm gonna do my best. Do your best, sir. Okay. And don't call me sir. Excess filament. I hadn't printed a Stormtrooper like that. Well, it seems maybe as clean as it did before. This Lego stud that's taking me a while, sorry. Best Puff the Magic Dragon remix ever. Thank you, Pink. Thank you for keeping the faith. I don't know if I know that full song, big fan. Now, I grew up with Puff the Magic Dragon and Raggedy Ann and Andy. Those are cartoons or movies that, I could probably watch again and think, wow, this is just so dark. Or even Ricky Tikki Tavi. Did y'all ever watch Ricky Tikki Tavi? The Chuck Jones version of the story? I remember the first time I saw Ricky Tikki Tavi was it was like Cub Scouts, and my mom was a den leader, and we watched it. The Cub Scout troop was attached to our school, and we had like an all-nighter. And so part of the all-nighter was mom played a movie on projector, right? The real, like the film projector. Got it from the library or whatever, and put the film on there, and we watched. That was how I watched Ricky Tikki Tavi. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. Ever. There was just something that was just memorable about that. Ricky Tikki Tavi. Red Saber Sam says, 10 years from now, people would wonder what has gone wrong with printing in the past. Without keeping the mistakes, projects we will forget. Yeah, Red Saber Sam, I have memories to last a lifetime. Glad I'm not the only one, Westery one, who loved Ricky Tikki Tavi. Maybe it'll clear out the Anne Murray that's been in my head all week thanks to Liz. Pez Liz. Ow. I guess it's Iskra's birthday. Speaking of Liz, this Iskra cat creature, this has entered our consciousness. Here I am saying happy birthday to a cat. What does this world come to? Deep Sleep Studios remembers Ricky Tikki Tavi. If you've not yet seen Ricky Tikki Tavi, I don't know, is it on YouTube? He was a mongoose, right? And mongooses basically fight snakes. It was a good story. It was based on the book, and it was animated by Chuck Jones. You've seen Chuck Jones' style. For a while, he did the Looney Tunes characters. You'd be very familiar with the style. Your pap would always sing that to you as a kid. Apparently, you were obsessed. What, Puff the Magic Dragon? It's incredible. Fix'em Dude wants to know, did Iskra get a kitty cake? You love when Iskra swears at me on the phone? Yeah, sometimes that happens. Like, Rawr. That movie was pretty intense as a kid. Fix'em Dude, yeah. I remember Raggedy Ann and Andy was dark. One of the movies, they went like, I remember there being a storm or something, and I can't remember the line. And Puff the Magic Dragon made me sad. I remember that. This is one of the reasons that when holidays roll around, like big holidays, Easter maybe not so much, but like Halloween and Christmas certainly. Like I love watching some of those old shows. I really do. It just takes me back. I just remember where I was. You remember the dragon from school? I don't know if I remember the dragon. Oh, Puff. Yeah. Puff the Magic Dragon. West Street one, I think we were thrifting one day, and I showed Jedi. I'm like, hey, look, it's Raggedy Ann and Andy. And she's like, oh my God, they're so scary. I'm like, what? She likes the dolls with the gigantic eyes and big heads and tiny bodies. I'm like, and Raggedy Ann and Andy are creepy? Like, where do you draw the line, child? Puff the Magic Dragon makes a lot of people sad or hungry or paranoid. Yeah, I did not get that reference as a kid. I remember very, very well. I'm sure these videos These movies live on somewhere in the depths of YouTube. Tangent, is that a GoPro I'm looking at? No. GoPro, where? Wait, where's the GoPro? What? You're looking through? No, that's a Pixel 6 Pro. That is the Pixel 6 Pro. I have the way that I have the color set is just general. But let me toggle that. It's a little darker now. Almost too dark, you might say. Let's go a little lighter. Oops, that's the wrong way. There we go. That's a Pixel 6 Pro image. I have to adjust it because when it's pitch black in here minus one light, then it doesn't work very well. I liked Pete's Dragon, I think, more than Puff the Magic Dragon. But if it was a cartoon, I loved it. I remember another movie I was fascinated with was, what was it? Water Babies? They ran it on HBO. It was like it must have been shot in the UK. And it was like a chimney sweep that fell down a well or something and went to the under the sea in the water and ran into like a crustacean, and he had to get back. And he was trying to meet a girl or something. God, it was Water Babies. I want to say that it was called Water Babies. No? Pete's Dragon is definitely not Puff the Magic Dragon. Totally agree, Marcus. Ethan's dad 3D. No, Red Saber Sam, I'm telling you, one Puff the Magic Dragon made me cry. Or feel like that. Chili, Ice Chili, who is streaming today on Maker Deck as well. It says, I remember when we were visiting my grandma, and my dad must have been frustrated because he, on the spur of the moment, took me to see Raggedy Ann and Andy. Wow. That's something. That was trippy? Yeah, see, DeFrizzell, I seem to remember the same thing. DeFrizzell, here's the DeFrizzell, we almost raided you last night. Did you know that? You almost got raided last night. You were this close. This close. I'm saying, our eyes are watching. Were you retroing last night? Is that what you were doing? Who was in the 70s? Puffs or Pete's? Well, I liked Pete more than Puff. Deep Sleep Studios. I remember The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Didn't get into it. I liked Don Knotts as a comedian, but largely opposite of Tim Conway. Especially in the Apple Dumpling Gang. Oh my God. There's so many so good, really good vintage Disney films that are just so rewatchable. So rewatchable. Yes, Zero Cool. Helen Redding's singing, I'll be your candle on the water. My love for you will always burn. I'm not a Helen Reddy, obviously. You hear a whisper that there may be a Hulk appearing in the Maker Deck stream sometime this weekend. Oh, Bryce. That is interesting. This is a very interesting rumor that Bryce has brought up. Curious. A Hulk, you say? Bryce may have an inside track on this mysterious Hulk. Curious. Bryce from New Zealand. I will be very interesting. I will never be interesting. I will be very interested in seeing that unfold, extrude. But how does Bryce know? Oh my God! Hang on. Deep Frizzell remembers. Hi, cockalorum. Hi, cockalorum. It was, yeah, happy to be in your company, and hi. I haven't sung that song in decades, literal decades. I was a kid when Water Babies was out. Oh God, what was it like? There were some scenes that were just there. If you started the song, I'd probably remember Water Babies. HBO. That's all as a kid. Hey Jerry, good to see you. Thanks again for your support. Happy that you're here tonight. I hope you're having a good evening as well. My evening is passing very well. You think the purple dragon in the early 70s is Pete. Pete's dragon was Elliot. Elliot was green with purple. It was mostly green. Oh man, so many good. Forget the newer Disney films. Like, I'm serious. Like, when we have a chance, like with Jedi, like for movie night, like let's just stay in. Let's watch an old Disney movie, Pete's Dragon, or Bedknobs and Broomsticks, or something like that. I mean, just God. Well, Bedknobs and Broomsticks might be a little too dark for her. Mary Poppins, even. Candleshoe might be when she's a little older. Herbie, I think she'd get a kick out of Herbie the Love Bug. The Ugly Dachshund, the Shaggy DA. Well, she might get scared by that. I don't know. There was a remake of Pete's Dragon, and I agree, Zero Cool. It sucked by comparison. Stop doing remakes, please. For the love of God and all that is holy, stop doing these remakes. Stop. The Midnight Smith, yeah, my presentation went well. Went off without mostly a hitch. There were hitches. We routed around them. I would say, though, at the end of it, it was successful. The presentation accomplished maybe not what we set out to accomplish, but it was successful. I will say this, we live to fight on another day. And that, as an entrepreneur, that's all I'm looking for, is just living to fight another day. Maker Deck, very much, this new project is very much like, well, let's have fun. Let's see what people like. Let's see what they'll do. Oh, hang on. Only Cats TTV started following Maker Deck. Fixin' Dude gave out a community sub gift 12 minutes ago. Scotsman cheered 1,000 bits. How did I miss that? Scotsman, thank you for your cheer on Maker Deck a few minutes ago. Wow, I totally missed that. I appreciate the support. I really do. I never watched The Great Mouse Detective. Loved Fraggle Rock. I tried to get Jedi into Fraggle Rock, and we watched a couple episodes. It's just making time, like, all right, what are we going to watch for, like, a family night, family evening? What are we going to watch? Like, what are we going to decide that we're going to watch together as a family? And those are the types of shows. Those are the types of movies I would love to watch. What do I think about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers coming to Disney Plus? I have no feeling one way or another. I remember my favorite Chip and Dale stuff was, like, the old cartoon. When I was young, the old cartoons. The Merry Melodies cartoons. Oh, the Cat from Outer Space. One of my favorites. Jake. Wait, I'm doing the blah, 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 blah again. Where's Britt? Loved the Cat from Outer Space. JB Jaws, my day is going well. Thank you. I hope your day is going even better than mine. Bryce says, the Hulk may glow. Also, I will be in chat while at Princeton Extrudes. Bryce, I'm very much looking forward to that on Maker Deck. Do you hear that? We have an announcement. Everyone, we have an announcement. The Hulk will be appearing on Maker Deck this weekend. It's official. You thought Angela Lansbury was great in that? Oh, she was perfect. That's how I really came to know Angela Lansbury, was through Bedknobs and Broomsticks. The Nutty Professor with Robin Williams or Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen? No, neither one. I would choose the vintage versions of either one easily. The Great Mouse Detective, never. I mean, I watched it once, but it wasn't. Maybe I was too old. It just didn't. It didn't hit the same way. Oh, thank you, Celestial Rook, for that. Cotter Pin Doozer was your favorite, according to Jerry. I think I liked Red. I think I was a Red fan. Or Moki, maybe? Red. I don't know. I liked them all. Boober. Wembley. Gobo. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite Fraggle. I'm sure Liz has one. The mighty trashy has spoken. Yay! That's my best trash heap. a monster. I'm reading that out loud, Miller. Oh no, Chris said don't remind him. Halloween Town was our Disney family favorite. I of course, Halloween Town from Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh my god. I will never not love that movie. Never not love it. Tron, I will never not love. There are certain Disney classics I will never not love. At that rate, you might get 10 people simultaneously printing Hulk models. Hey, Kevin, I say go for it. Although I will say this. On May the 4th, it is expected on MakerDeck, expected that what you're printing, I'm serious, I'm like, there's no guideline, but I'm just saying, those who are printing Star Wars on May the 4th get elevated. Because, come on, we can't have MakerDeck going on Star Wars Day without all Star Wars. We just can't. Like, I think that's, like, breaks the rule of something. I'm not very good with rules. Thank you, Tactile. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your talent. The Uncle Traveling Matt. Oh, Nephew Gobo. I have observed in outer space, these strange creatures love gathering around and watching people in some kind of device that seems to teleport. Tron was epic. Star Wars prints only. That, I mean, for that day, on May the 4th, yeah. As good as Tron was, I would still watch Legacy every time I see it on TV. I'm with you, Miller. I did not mind Tron Legacy. It was fine. I enjoyed it, but it hit the same, or it hit differently compared to the original. It kills me that they didn't continue something. It really does. Like Tron, it just seems ripe for a reboot. Now that Disney World is going to be building an official Tron attraction beyond Disneyland Japan, I'm very much looking forward to Tron merch. If you go to Disney, I'm like, yeah, thank you for the Star Wars stuff. That's great. But you see any Tron stuff, hit me up. Tron. It was a thing. That was the best Uncle Traveling Matt impression I've ever heard, says Jerry. How would I say this? Swiatek? I don't know how to say your name. Jerry. Strange creatures on the other side seem to be gathering and using some kind of material that moves very slowly, but you have to stay away from it because if you get too close, it's hot and you might burn yourself. So, if you wait just a little while, it produces some kind of object that can be used for something else. The A is silent. Okay, so Jerry Swiatek. Okay, I can handle that. Is the Q silent as well? Quickly check Canteen on Discord. After I will do my best, American Chris Hansen, although I will tell you that after a stream, my brain, and I think everybody who streams understands this, my brain is burned. An identity disc with good sound and light effects would be fire. I remember Disney or one of their marketing folks sent me, it was a speaker, I want to say. It was a speaker with the Tron Legacy. I did a video on it eons ago. The identity disc, the version 2.0. Here's my problem. Tron Legacy was a great idea. But because of the Uncanny Valley, I have problems with the Uncanny Valley. I have massive problems with the Uncanny Valley, and Tron falls squarely in that space. That's my issue. So if they could rework and update and like modernize Tron 2.0 Legacy, I would have fewer problems with it. I thought the premise was solid. I thought the story was solid. But Star Wars has done this to me too. They burned me on Rogue One. They kind of burned me in The Mandalorian. At least the first season of The Mandalorian. The first iteration of Luke Skywalker I thought was an absolute disaster. The second iteration in the Book of Boba Fett was an absolute stroke of art. How did you lose a sub? Oh, they drop out. It's based on a month to month. Right now, I don't really keep an eye every moment on subs, but it looks like we're currently 21 shy of the sub goal. Not that, I mean, it's a nice thing. It's a good thing to have support, but, you know, I don't necessarily focus on that. Or I try not to, at least. Mork and Mindy burned you. Mork and Mindy? Dynamite, how is that even possible? It was old. Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Hope to do some Stormtroopers on May the 4th, but also have no budget. Oh, I feel you, Bryce. I say stick with the Hulks. Nanu. That'd be another show that I could tune into, like just browse around on YouTube and go, I remember it, but I don't remember it. I remember my dad got a kick out of it. My dad liked Mork and Mindy. My dad liked a lot of the older shows, honestly. But there were some shows that he really didn't get into as much. With my dad, I remember watching V together. I remember watching that with him. That was, God, what other shows? I remember being lucky enough on Saturday nights to stay up and watch Saturday Night Live, even though I had no idea what the hell was going on with SNL. It was the night, you know, the Saturday I could stay up late. A lot of tragedy tied to that show. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yesterday you said, can we have less Obi-Wan Kenobi figures? Just wait until the series comes out. Yeah, no. I'm saying that there have been a lot of Obi-Wan Kenobi figures released. I've had enough. I remember more. I remember, like, watching it. I just don't remember it. Like, a lot of the old shows, I remember. Right now, I'm going to open, speaking of the 80s and nostalgia, because this is a real thing, this figure. Y'all, see, this is what I'm saying. Every night, it does not take much for me to just wax nostalgic at all. I love tripping down memory lane and wherever it takes us, honestly. You just mentioned one thing, it'll get me going, dude. It'll easily. I've got a nostalgia bone. I don't know where the hell it's located in my body, but I guarantee I have it. And I'll tell you where I was, and I'll tell you if I have those memories, right? Like but I'm old. Like a few y'all. I'm old. No. I'm not old. I'm vintage. So this is... I'm not going to say unfortunately, but for some reason, Super 7 keeps releasing, like, variants of the Snake Eyes figure, which is disappointing because I'm like, dude, just, like, okay, we get it. Like, one or two variants, it's great, but, like, what about, like, some unique figures like Zartan and Zorana and Xandar, right? It's a beautiful thing. So seriously, like, get me going. Get me waxing nostalgic. I never thought... I'll tell you this. As a kid, I never thought I would see the day where we would have 5 points of articulation. That's POA. 5 POA G.I. Joe figures, because they were all about, like, super articulation, which I realized a lot of people, you know, wanted, but I was someone who did not. I wanted the 5 POA. I wanted a 5 POA Baroness, because then I could figure, and then, like, she was like an enemy, right? But it was a 5 POA. It's just, this is a Star Wars figure to me. They're waiting for people to stop buying Snake Eyes figures first year. Yeah, you're probably not wrong, Fix 'em, dude. You love the Maker Deck stream, though. This is definitely more fun. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, Bryce. Bryce, you know, I appreciate crossing your path. I really do. I love having met you that way. The thing about this stream, of course, is chat. It's interactive. You're going whichever way the wind blows. And Maker Deck is like this. It's solid. It is steady. It is there, but for a different reason. And that's one of the reasons why I feel it fits. Because it doesn't replace what I do. It doesn't replace what other people do. it just makes it that much more connective. Because it's not just one person. It's everybody combined. Lord knows, I mean, I can handle these streams on my own every night on this side of the camera. On that side of the camera, I'm very grateful to have the support of the moderators. It's very appreciated. And I can't ask the world of them. The latest Picard was good. I've not watched it yet. Maybe tonight after I make my popcorn and after the stream. Do y'all remember Baroness? Wasn't there a plot or a subplot where the Baroness fell in love with Duke? Red Saber saying, oh wait, hang on, just a second. I want to try to make sure I don't miss anything. Bryce, first of all, thank you. And I'm telling you, Bryce, directly, thank you. From New Zealand, from America, right here, thank you. Bryce, I love having met you that way. And my only request for you, thank you for continuing to tune in, not just here, but, on Maker Deck. Bring more people from on your side of the hemisphere. Or your hemisphere, I should say. Your side of the globe. Bring more people in. I would ask that if you know anybody. That would be outstanding. I would appreciate it. So I'm going to catch up on chat after I get Baroness to stand. Waxing nostalgic. Trying to stay modern on chat. Big Fan says the only shows from before I was born that I watch are Gumby and Pokey, Addams Family, and the Munsters. I always liked the Munsters more than the Addams Family. Don't know why. I think I like the theme song. Dun, da, 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 da. But I love Gumby and Pokey. Oh, and there's going to be a reboot. Actually, Gumby and Pokey are coming back. Hopefully it's also... I don't think it's stop motion, unfortunately. But, man, Gumby and Pokey, yeah, huge fan. I learned about the word archipelago from Gumby and Pokey. That's how I learned about the word archipelago. True story. Do I remember the movie Explorers with Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix? I do, and I loved it. Dynamite 007. I remember that movie, like, spurring on my imagination, and, like, man, that'd be so cool to hang out and go and connect with an alien species. And I watched that movie not recently, but in recent years, and enjoyed it. Like, I just enjoyed the hell out of it. Chris, you bring back the nostalgia for me too. Computers, thanks for the help back in the day. No problem. Although I don't really wax nostalgic more on No, I definitely do that more with pop culture than I do technology, because I had more access to pop culture than I did technology. Here we got a flint. I'm not going for screenshots or anything here, but put it over there. Kiwi power, indeed. There's some dimensional terror that Duke was stuck in, and there the Baroness was in love with. I remember that. I'm like, man, why couldn't that have been a thing? Bryce says, I'll have my finger on the pulse soon. No problem. Back in the 80s, says Kevin, when those shows were on reruns, you'd see what was on the channels you had, so you had completely missed the others. I know, Kevin. And now, these days, it's like there's a billion things. There's a billion things to watch. And so I feel we miss the cultural touch points that give us the shared experience. That we, because there's so much to pay attention to. So much. Oh my God, just an incredible amount. Now, this is another Cobra Commander, and I'm not going to complain too loudly about the variants of Cobra Commander, because there have been like 2 or 3, but none of them have been the hooded Cobra Commander, which I guarantee we're going to see. Hopefully not as an exclusive, because that just makes it more unobtainium. And I have not and likely will not be a completist for all the variants for the G.I. Joe line of reaction figures coming out of Super 7, because it's just like they're making way too many for army builders. But I'll grab a couple of them. A fupple? I'm going to grab a couple of them. This is a good one. This is a nice one. I admit, this is a nice Cobra Commander. A 5 POA. Oh my God, it's incredible. It's just incredible. Come on, how could you not love this? Firefly is new. This is definitely brand new. Rocky and Bullwinkle was something else. I remember Rocky and Bullwinkle. Watched it mostly it was definitely old when I was young. Watched it in the mornings alongside Bozo. So we lived in the Midwest, and Bozo was running on WGN. There were two cable channels that were. Oh, there were several cable channels. WGN out of Chicago and TBS out of Atlanta. And I remember it used to be WTBS, but it was always WGN. In our neck of the wood, it was Channel 9. I remember Channel 9 on cable was WGN for whatever reason. You always liked the Red Crimson Guard from G.I. Joe. Zero cool. There is a new 6-inch Crimson Guard, and I know there's going to be a 5 POA, but there's a 6-inch super articulated Crimson Guard, and I am thinking about picking it up because I love the Crimson Guard as well. But like I said, you know, if I have to focus on a G.I. Joe line that I want to collect, because you kind of, I mean, as a collector, you really kind of have to focus. Like, which line are you going to get? And like, to me, it's all 5 POA. This is the line. This is absolutely the line for me. Zero doubt. Zero doubt in my mind. I will be 5 POA for life. I will be Star Wars style figures for life. I mean, it's just the way it's always going to be. And I know other collectors think differently, but you tuned into the show, says Red Saber Sam, because of my talent. Well, I'm going to say it's talent. And others on the show sucks what the channel did to your show, but it made a lasting impression. I don't know what that means, Red Saber Sam, but thank you. One show before my time I love so much and still do is The Muppet Show. Yes. Every so often I'll throw it on the TV. Right now I've got like Maker Deck going like 24/7. You remember Bozo on WGN? I remember playing the grand prize game and then winning. Someone won toffee. Everyone won Toffee Fay. I don't know what it was. I never had it. Toffee Fay was apparently a thing for Bozo. And you get some Toffee Fay candy. I saw a few grand prize, like, what were there, 6 buckets? And then each, you got better prizes. Toffee Fay is gross. Well, it was a sponsor of the Bozo Show. Limit says, according to my wife, I don't have enough POA. Well, the older you get, the worse it gets. Because, like, Muppets were hilarious. Sesame Street gave me nightmares. Really? There was one clip. Hang on. I'm going to dig this up. There was one clip. Hey, no more. 3. Thank you for popping in. I always liked the Muppets. I enjoyed the Muppets. I miss Muppets on ABC, though Muppets I think are going to be making a comeback here soon on Disney+. That's the rumor, or if it's not confirmed. Always a fan of the Muppets. There were a few early Sesame Street segments that gave me nightmares. There was one called Crackmaster, and this is one that, like, for years on the internet. This is hilarious. For years on the internet, people don't remember, like this. When I started live streaming in 2006, I talked about this. Like, I'm like, oh, there's a Sesame Street segment called, it was like something about cracks in the walls, and it just scared the hell out of me. And so I went Googling, and someone had like a GeoCities page, you know, with a whole, what did they call it? What did they used to call them? God, what did they call them? Guest books. They used to call them guest books on the web. And people would talk about it in the comments. This is years ago. And I'd say, man, I remember it. And other people remember it. And then someone made a blog post on this one Sesame Street segment that scared the bejesus out of kids. And they ran it in a limited time, a very limited time, but they did. And so many people remembered it. And they would comment like, oh my God, I've been looking for this. And then finally, this apparently was disavowed by CTW, the Children's Television Workshop. It was disavowed, and someone inevitably uploaded the Cracks clip that originally ran on Sesame Street, this 90 seconds of nightmares. So, like, it's just, if you look at this video, if you look at the comments, like how old, like this is just, it's incredible. This was posted in 2013. And we were talking about this like in 2006. So I hadn't seen it again until I was an adult. And so you can see this. There's a link to those unfamiliar with it. What's the tiny URL go to? I don't even know. Yeah, Lost Media Wiki Cracks, aka Cracksmaster. There's currently, whoa, no! It got stumped. No. There's a whole backstory to this. The Lost Media Wiki had a whole backstory to this. So many kids remember. So many kids remember this stuff. It was incredible. It creeped so many people out. Oh my God, so many people. So many people. Sesame Street had some trippy stuff. Tiny Little Super Guy, not so trippy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, 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 ooh. 7. Dun, 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 dun. No, 5 seconds and anxiety triggered. Crybo, do you remember Cracks? There were a few very trippy Sesame Street segments. Cracks was like easily number one. Liz was frightened by Miss Finch in Follow That Bird. I remember watching Miss Finch. I was a little older than Liz at that point, but I remember watching Follow That Bird in theaters. I wasn't scared. It was like, oh, I don't like her. That video is a bit creepy. Pink, imagine being like 4 years old and watching that, because that's pretty much when it aired. I was like a toddler when it aired. Well, that Electric Company song is going to be in your head right now. Well, there you go. We're going to turn it on. We're going to... See, I don't just like... When I say, hey, let's talk... I put this in the title because I love talking about this stuff. I love waxing nostalgic. I love bringing this stuff up, dude. I love it. I eat it up. It's not just for Saturdays and cereals, dude. It doesn't take much to get me going down memory lane in a completely different direction. It just does not. I love it. Hey, Silver Sunbeam.
X100.
Good to see you. Greetings, programs. I fight for the user. 1, 2, 3, contact. I liked 1, 2, 3, contact. The only segment I remember from 1, 2, 3, contact were the marionettes that rode a balloon. Weren't they in 1, 2, 3, contact? Yeah? Come on, y'all. Support me on this. God, this is just taking me back. I love doing this.
Well, that does happen
every
once in a while.
That's right. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, contact. And they had a magazine, too. Never had it, though. I know Red Saber Sam. I unfortunately, I don't remember that at all. It was not 1, 2, 3, contact. It was 3, 2, 1. You are correct. You watched a lot of Zoom? Zoom.
Well, that does happen every once in a while. That can't be good.
Zoom.
Almonds, folks.
Never did Big Blue Marble, though. Yeah, of course I grew up with Mr. Rogers. Hey, Not No Good. Hope Mrs. Not No Good is doing just as well. Not sure if you've been hanging out on Maker Deck lately, but a lot of fun stuff over there. What about early 80s show, Voyagers? I don't know if I remember that. Or they go back in time and correct things that have been messed up. Maybe. I don't remember that. I remember Sliders, but that was like 90s. That was definitely not 80s. Sliders was 90s with John Rhys Davies, Jerry, oh God, what's his last name? Y'all will remember. I can see his face too. Horrible at names, decent with faces. Jerry O'Connell. Thank you, Darth Gallum. Most people forget about Blue's Clues. I was old. Blue's Clues was after my time. My time was like beginning Nickelodeon. My time with Nickelodeon was Pinwheel, Today's Special, Mr. Wizard's World. That was my Nickelodeon. You can't do that on television. Double Dare. That was my era. That's my age. Everything beyond that, I remember, seeing a few things, but I'd grown older at that point. Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. I think I knew of them, Miller. John Erky Hexam. I'm not sure if I remember that. You saw Sliders? Your time was the 70s. We didn't have computers or cell phones. Oh, I remember Red Saber Sam. I grew up in the 70s as well. Turning 49 this year. I am not young. Oh, hey, by the way, Silver Sunbeam, thank you for streaming your print. It looks like you're printing the Sun Temple on Maker Deck tonight. Thank you for that. My Lego stud is almost done. I don't know if this is going to turn out, or if this is any better than the first one I did. Maybe it's a little better. I just feel like I'm going to, maybe it's not that much better. Not magnitudes better. I want to like have a bucket out in the front, where people can just grab 3D printed things from it. Although I'm sure the HOA would have a conniption. You're correct. That was his name. He actually accidentally was killed when he fired a prop gun at his head. No. Wait, who? Who's this? Zero Cool? No, that sounds like an urban legend, dude. Like Mr. Rogers was like a Navy SEAL or something. It's an urban legend. You grew up in the 90s, love history. Oh, well, let me tell you, this is history. Due to lots of new home universes generated by the first slide. You remember 3D printing. You remember very well. Remember Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea? Barely. I remember the squid scene. The elephant show. Don't remember that. My niece finds it hard to believe that we weren't able to pause TV and watch stuff whenever we wanted. Oh, yeah, Kevin. No. You want to blow her mind? Phones used to just be for talking. Blow her mind. I'm happy to do it as long as I'm welcome. Hey, Silver Sunbeam, you are always welcome. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah, you like the backdrop? Dark stuff, red stuff. I'm a fan of the red. Hello, the Free Heathen. I hope you are doing well tonight. We tripped waxing nostalgic for the time being. Actually, a true story. He was a main actor in the show Voyagers. You can look it up. John Helix. Really? Wait, that was a person on the Voyagers? Are you talking about Mr. Wizard's World? John Eric Hexam. Who do I know this person? I probably give me a second. I gotta Google this guy. John Eric Hexam. Do I know him? Yeah, 84. Known for lead roles in the series Voyagers. See, I don't remember Voyagers. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not fun. They had this weird orb thing that allowed them to try time travel. See, I don't remember it. I really genuinely do not remember it at all. Oh, Bryce, thank you for the Aziz light. Although, just like yesterday, I am super tired. I am burnt. I've got the top light is currently recharging. The batteries are currently recharging. You remember Mr. Wizard's World? Yeah, it was a fun show. Fat Albert was also fun. I enjoyed that. Na na na, gonna have a good time. Na na na, gonna have a good time. Liz wanted me to show everybody. This is Liz, by the way. If y'all want to know this, here, there's when I do something wrong, this is my impersonation of Liz. when I screw up. Seriously, she makes that face. That's the face she makes. She scares me so much. Seems legit. Miss Finch. Liz was scared of Miss Finch. I was scared of many things as a kid. I was scared of mirrors, which explains why I'm always unkempt. Mickey Mouse Club was fun. I never really got into it, though. The kid in the white and red shirt looks familiar. Don't recall the show. You still had you still crush on Aaron Gray? You watched that too? Zero? Hang on. What would Zero say? Battlestar Galactica. Fair enough. Beep, beep, beep. Hot stuff, Buck. No, that was Buck Rogers. Never mind. I watched a lot of that stuff. It was just too campy. Even back then. Superhero and sci-fi. Even as a kid, when it was like being broadcast for the first time, it was so campy. I have a problem with campy sci-fi. Like I cannot do Star Trek the original series. I can't do a lot of sci-fi that era, 70s, 80s. I can't do superhero. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. I've tried. It's like, yeah, it's just not for me. Okay, this is a little more steady, a little cleaner, not by much. Not like night and day. We'll see how this turns out. Never did the Bionic Woman. Know of the Bionic Woman, but... Or like the $6 Million Man. Bunch of it on Tubi. It's hard to watch. That's what I'm saying, dude. So many of these things. Oh, yeah, I used to watch such and such. And then you go to watch it, and it's like... what else? What's on Netflix? Because... Yikes. Depends on how campy. I think... I like, to me, the campiest I can get with sci-fi, for the most part, 60s and 70s sci-fi I cannot do, with rare exceptions. Some 80s I can do. Like, the Ice Pirates was campy, but it was also silly. It wasn't serious. It's like when they take themselves seriously that I just can't. I've tried. I was like, I can't do this. The campiest favorite, or my favorite campy sci-fi would be The Fifth Element. Easily The Fifth Element. Chips, never watched. 18 barely got into. Knight Rider, I definitely did. You remember when MTV went from mono to stereo? Wow, I don't know if I remember that. I remember MTV being around and kids my age loving it, but I didn't get into it. Sometimes I did, like just to try to stay hip and cool and with it. Huh? Scotty, don't. Okay, this is a little cleaner. Not by much. Higher a little better. Yeah, marginally better. Yeah, cleaner. Sorry, I'm looking at these two little Lego studs. And trying to see the difference between the two. And there are minor differences, but I was trying to get a cleaner print, slowing it down, and maybe it's just an issue with the filament or the file. You have nostalgia phases you go through. You're 51, sometimes need to watch old stuff. Yeah, I feel you. That nostalgia sneaks up on you, though. The pirate movie was a hilarious take. Oh, the Ice Pirates? Yeah. I remember watching... I had a friend, and we, actually, I'm trying to think. I had a few friends as a kid, but I remember watching Karate Kid, the first one, in theaters, and wolfing down Banaka. Banaka was a new thing. Not that you could wolf it down, but I remember, for some reason, I remember having Banaka and having that. And I remember watching The Ice Pirates, which my parents never would have allowed me to watch if they knew what it was. I remember watching in theaters with this friend, and then what else? There was another one. What was it? Karate Kid and Ice Pirates. Now the funny thing is, we led, this friend and I, we had a falling out in high school, which happens, right? You know, he fell in with a cool crowd. I did not. But then in college, we reconnected. I was in awe of what he could pull off. He had confidence that I could have only dreamed to have had. Honestly. And we only connected on freshman year. But, like, years later, and I can't remember what it was, and I think we connected on Facebook at one point. But, he bought the Death Star toy. And I just remember thinking, oh, man, everyone, you know, all of us this age, right, came full circle. Battle Beyond the Stars. The only thing I remember going to that movie with my dad and maybe family friends, and the only thing I remember from Battle Beyond the Stars was like aliens chewing a hot dog or something, and like one of the aliens chewed it and then the other 14 chewed it. It was weird. Chrissy McNichol, you had it. Yeah. You went through an OG Scooby-Doo binge the other night. Nice. I'm gonna see if this brick fits better with the other ones. Give me a minute. Yeah. The new version, because the tolerance is so low, the new one definitely fits better. It definitely slides on more. Okay. So now I've got these little Lego studs. They are definitely not duds. These little Lego studs. They are definitely not duds. These little Lego studs. They are definitely not duds. I'm going to stack them. I'm going to stack them. I'm going to stack them. Stack them and yak them. So this other one will go into the pile to give away to local kids walking by the basket that has not yet been created. Hey, Mad Cat USA. I don't know, for some reason we started tripping nostalgic. It's kind of weird before we head out here. I know it's a little early, but like I said, I'm still recovering from I need sleep is what I need. I need sleep. It's Thursday, right? We're rating Kobe. I promised that. Kobe LAX raided Maker Deck the other day, and because I appreciate that raid, we're gonna be raiding into Kobe. I promise that. Like I said, I believe in returning that gesture. You raid into Maker Deck, I would love to return the gesture, even though this is Chris Perillo, right? Oh, yes, Miller, the presentation went well. I will say this about the presentation. We live to fight another day. We live to fight another day. Which is, honestly, amazing. Like, it tickles me. It tickles me. So yes, Miller 3D Design, thank you for the good thoughts. Thank you for all your support. I love the fact that y'all were kind of invested in it. But it went well. Thank you. I thought the presentation definitely went well. At the end of the day, but like the outcome was what we were driving for, and I feel we live to fight another day, which is good. Did I in the middle? No, I did not. There was no in the nothing. No at all. Well, I'm sure Zach would say it tickles him in all the right places. I just don't want to know about Zach's places. I'm probably alone in that. Chi-Town Deke, thank you for reminding me to thank the mods. I appreciate them. And keeping up with all the zaniness that goes on here, there, and everywhere. Chi-Town Deke, I also hope you're having fun on Maker Deck. Or around Maker Deck, or with Maker Deck. Going on in the background right there. Okay, we'll do one charades, and then we're going to raid Kobe. Because like I said, I don't want to get to the point where I get punchy and snarky. That happens when I get tired. You love her in the movie sometime, or Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve. Zero Cool, I saw part of that movie, and it freaked me out. It just freaked me out. Zero Cool. But okay, dude, what? Okay, we cannot make, what is this, Pets of Maker Deck, Liz? Okay, only because it's the pet's birthday, Liz. Why are we, what is, this is not a thing. Let's not make this a thing. Why is it a thing? Why the Pets of Maker, why is this a thing? How has this become a thing? Oh, God. Now you're going to make me get a dog. Just, oh, look at the dog. The Brenda, it's extruding the dog right there. Ah, Liz, focus. Meowker Deck. That's good. That's good. That's good. I gotta admit, since cat have 9 lives, do they 45 minutes of fame instead of just 5? Possibly. I'm not good at the maths. Let me see. We got a charades, close to Pilates. Bloop bloop. Scrolling up. All right. Oh my God! How the hell am I gonna do this? How the hell am I gonna do this? She's printing a Grogu, so it's all good. Okay, fine. I forgive Liz. Hello, Dude Blight. Good to see ya. We got a charades here. 4 words. Movie. First word, the. Third word. Not grab. Close, Red Saber Sam. Not grab, but take. Indeed. So you know the first word is the third word is take. First word is the, third word is take. The blank, take blank. Second word. Very good. The Muppets take Manhattan. Chi-Town Deke nailed it. Nailed it. Good job. Good job. Good job, one and all there. Bravo. Hats off. Bully. I never watched Farscape or Lex. I didn't even know Lex was a thing to watch. I knew Farscape, knew of Farscape, just it didn't get into it. Missed a lot of 90s sci-fi. The closest 90s sci-fi I did was Star Trek TNG. Oh, thank you, Western One. You know what? I'm not far behind you. Like I said, I'm about ready to wrap. I think we're gonna raid Kobe a little early because I cannot state, underscore enough just how much I've been drained over the past few weeks. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you immensely, one and all. Westry One and everyone. Ethan's Dad 3D, everyone. Bryce, Miller 3D Designs. By the way, once again, shout out to Miller 3D Designs for doing this. His first airbrush ever of Boba Fett riding a Rancor. This is beautiful. Definitely a jewel here. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for printing it. And thank you for painting it Your first airbrush ever. I'm glad that you sent it to me. Very happy with it. Yeah, Silver Sunbeam, Red Saber Sam. Yeah, he sent that. He did that. It was his first. So you can catch Miller 3D Designs. He streams sometimes, and he's definitely printing on MakerDeck, and I know all y'all are watching that, which is great. The only thing I will ask, if you can and if you will, just keep MakerDeck running running side. If you're gonna watch someone else on Twitch, just have it running side by side. That's all I can ask. It'd be very helpful, incredibly helpful as we march towards partnership, because the only way we're going to be able to get the MakerDeck logo in an emote is reaching partnership. That's it. That's the way. This is the way. Chaitan Deek, no worries. I feel healthy. I'm good. I'm not too stretched. If I was, I would, trust me, I would let you know. I would not push myself beyond, where I need to go. It's been, dang, so long since we rated Kobe.
Scotsman_cheered
Scotsman, thank you. Or Scotsman, as the bot likes to say, Scotsman. Thank you, Scotsman. The scotiest man that I know. Seriously, do you know a scotier man? I do not. I cannot think of a scotier man. I don't know why it says the way it says it. I'm like, really? Because you can't, like, the computer can't figure out, oh, it's Scotsman. Oh, yeah, and you can't correct it. People worry about AI taking over the world. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. I don't know if that's going to happen. Not with the bot calling out Scotsman. So thank you for the last cheer of the evening. Appreciate your support here as well as on MakerDeck. Thank you for cheering 1,000 an hour ago on MakerDeck, and thank you for supporting that effort. I know I appreciate it. I know everybody else who's streaming into it appreciates it as well. The only time MakerDeck isn't on is when StreamYards crashes out when I get dropped out. Yeah, this is not perfect. Ooh. Oh, someone's doing Fixin' Dude's doing a new kick card. Oh, a tie, that's a tie, not interceptor. A tie defender? No, that's the tie. Oh, God, which tie is that? That's definitely a tie. The, invader? No, which tie is that? I know that tie. I have it too. I know I've got the toy for it. Tie, not defender. Defender's this one. This is one of my Fix-Em Dude models. The tie. This is the isn't this the defender? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is the defender. This is the defender. The Fix-Em Dude defender. Hello, Blake Nerdy. Ooh, peanut. Yummy sauce. Can't say yet. Well, I can see. I can tell by the wings, Fix-Em Dude. I'm enough of a Star Wars nerd to know. Okay, I know. I can remember. But for some reason, I'm not a tie expert. I never wear ties, though. I do not. I avoid ties at all costs. Hang on. Give me a second. Weird, but okay. Do I have my cereal for Saturday? Not yet. Not yet. But we do have our raid for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being here. Thank you for I mean, dude, I love these nights. I love just geeking out and remembering old things. I love it. I can't think of a better way of spending an evening. I really can't. I'm telling everybody who's listening right now, I genuinely cannot think of a better way to have spent this evening. Minus, like, I don't have a 3D print going right now, but just geeking out and remembering the stuff that, we grew. I just love it. I love it. I eat it up. It's not just background stuff for me. I love it. So thank you for geeking out with me. Thank you for waxing nostalgic. We're going to be rating Kobe Lax tonight. It's not, I don't think that's a Thai advanced. Do I have a favorite food? Whatever food I'm eating at the time. Seriously. Declarations, there's your shout out. Thank you for geeking out. Your favorite Lego Star Wars set you have? I don't know which one. Oh, the Snowspeeder one. My favorite Lego Star Wars set is always the new one. Whichever new one I get. We're rating a DJ tonight. VJ? DJ? Kobe Lax. Kobe LAX. Haven't rated them in the longest time because they took the time to raid Maker Deck, and I appreciated that. We're returning that raid. So that's who we're raiding tonight. I'll be back again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, geeking out, nerding out on a Friday evening. Now let's all get drunk and play ping pong. That's what we were supposed to do tonight. That was the did you see the notification? Now let's all get drunk and play ping pong. Hopefully you did. And Corey Hart, is he doing Corey Hart right now? No, I don't want him to play Anne Murray. I want him to play Weird Al Yankovic. Have I 3D printed an X-Wing? No, I've already purchased them. I don't need to 3D print things I've already purchased, really. So, it's a retro night indeed. It's a Throwback Thursday. Dude, tonight was we've officially made throwback. This is a Throwback Thursday. We had an amazing Throwback Thursday. Can you not agree on this? Like, it's just amazing. What an amazing Throwback Thursday. I will see everybody in between. If you don't tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. or somewhere after that broadcast starts, I'll be on Maker Deck, hanging out throughout the day, as are many of you. I love you. I appreciate you, and at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the Force be with you. Always get the Perillo Raid emote ready. Perillo Raid and Maker D1 Raid is another emote. Drop them a Maker D1 Raid emote. Maker D1. That's what Twitch chose, and I can't change it right now. Maker D1 Raid is a nozzle raid. Let's give him a nozzle raid if you can. And a Tusken raid. Here we go. Tusken raiding. Kobe LAX. Oh, come on. Really? Did it go? Did I accidentally misclick? Really? Never mind. It went. I couldn't see the countdown. All right, well, there we go.